Hello. There is a very quick way for you to get a bachelor's degree in business management or accounting. And where I sent a lot of our graduates, business and accounting graduates, to a university called Franklin University. It's an online university in Ohio, and the tuition is the cheapest, I would say. And a lot of business accounting students, transfer there and they get their bachelor's degree in a short period of time. We have an agreement with them that they would accept our classes, the classes that you have already taken at Eastern, 72 credit hours, and I'll show you how they look like. These yellow ones on the left side are Eastern. The red ones also are Eastern on the left side. And those are 61 credit hours here and 33. If we add them, that makes it 94. You already have 72 of them, which means if you subtract 72 from 92, 94, it is 20 credit hours. 20 credit hours, that means eight courses you have to take at Eastern. What are those eight courses? I will show you. And these yellow ones are Eastern courses, and these are the courses for bachelor's degree that you have already taken. For example, you took Accounting 1 and Accounting 2. Those are equivalent to these courses of Franklin. You took Computer here, that is equivalent to these courses. You took English 1 and 2, these are English 1 and 2. You took Intro to Business. This is Intro to Business. Human Resource Management, Principles of Management. That's their business degree. However, you didn't take college math for general education. You took something called, intermediate algebra. Most likely they will accept it for fundamental algebra. If they don't, then we will ask you to take this math class. We will check with Franklin regarding this course. Then you remember you took managerial accounting. That is their managerial accounting. And you took marketing and all of these, and these are equivalent to their classes. Now, you didn't take statistics. Therefore, you can come to Eastern and take the statistics that will transfer as their statistics in there. Communications and business you can take with us, and it goes to equivalent with that. Then you took business finance here, that is equivalent to their business finance. And then you took the other accounting courses. You remember intermediate accounting 1, intermediate accounting 2, they are called electives. Electives means any class that you took at Eastern, they will accept it. You took, for example, you took, here is, this is called community because I already counted accounting 251. I will make this one red. Anything in red you haven't completed yet. You can complete them at Eastern College. Therefore, what are the classes at Eastern that you can complete and transfer to Franklin University? One of them is a stat, communications and business, science elective, 2 arts and speech. And then we have some, college electives that you haven't, taken yet. And do you see these red ones? These are college electives that you haven't take them yet. And let me delete this one because I already counted your accounting elective here. Accounting 251 is here. Therefore, I should delete that one. And here, what is community college elective? Anything you can take at Eastern College, they will accept it. That means elective means that anything that you want. Therefore, let's see how many classes at Eastern you can take that you can transfer and satisfy all these green courses in here. That gives you 94 credit hours. And then here are red ones. College math, we check on that. Statistics, communications and business, science elective, arts and humanities, speech, anything here. Electives mean anything here. And there are let me count how many you can take with us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Around 9 or 10 you can still take with us. And then, you will transfer to Franklin. What do you do at Franklin? All you have to do is to take these blue courses. How many courses are they? There are 8 of them. Total of 30 credit hours. Therefore, you take this, and it takes you 1 year to finish these classes at Franklin. Therefore, your best bet is to come back to Eastern and get these red courses out of your way. If you transfer to, let's say, other four-year university right now, rather than suppose coming to Eastern, you can go to Franklin and take this one at Franklin and these two at Franklin, but they will cost you more. At Eastern, you did very well. Why not to come back to Eastern and take these at Eastern and then transfer to Franklin? We can look at Potomac State as well. My guess is that you will end up taking more classes at Potomac State than taking it at Franklin. The tuition of Franklin also is comparable with the tuition of of Potomac State. And as I mentioned, is that when you calculate the total cost here, you only need 8 classes. If you go to Potomac State, you might need 10, 15, 12 classes. Therefore, it will cost you at Franklin more. And therefore, it will cost you more at Potomac State or WVU. As you know, Potomac State is a part of WVU as well, but their tuition sometimes is a little less. But as I said, this Franklin is one of the lowest colleges we send. Therefore, this is an evaluation. I want to ask your opinion about this. Let's say if you decide to come to Eastern, your question would be, are there any classes that you can take this summer? It starts after 4 days, 5 days. I can get you started in 5 days. In what classes can I put you in? In this, you can take art and humanities. So you can take speech here. And do you see here, community college elective? We have one good course for you that you can take. You know what that is? Let me show you. It is called Intro to Banking. That's the first time we are offering this course. It's the second time we offered. Here you go, class schedule. When I come here and click on the summer schedule, if you look at summer schedule, do you remember I said you can take an art course that is offered this summer? This is art course. Do you remember I said that Intro to Banking? Here it is, Introduction to Banking is offered. These classes start May 27. If you want, I can get you started. And then, of course, these classes are offered in fall as well. Of course, Intro to Banking is not offered, but you can take this course. You can take Communications and Business, speech, art, all of these are offered. These red ones are also offered in fall semester. That is their business, we call it articulation agreement. We have agreement with them. Now we have an agreement for their accounting. I put their accounting also. Here it is. That is their accounting. You have taken all these yellow courses and they are equivalent to all of their green courses right in here. And then you have taken all these yellow courses in here, which are equivalent to these green courses. However, you haven't taken these red courses that you can take at Eastern. Again, if you look at here, you take communication, speech, art, community college elective. Suppose that elective can be intro to banking or any other classes. Therefore, I think the way I see, you might end up taking less classes at Eastern if you try to pursue their accounting class. I'm going to email you this. And then after you take all these left courses at Eastern, you transfer, you go to Franklin and take, these are around 9-10 courses. The total will be 30 credit hours. And very quickly, you can get your bachelor's degree in accounting. Do you see accounting? I will send you a link to University, Franklin University. You take a look at that. You might have an option. However, if the bank tells you they only pay if you go to Potomac State or WVU, that's an option as well. We will help you, whatever we can do to help you to get started with Potomac State. But I want you to know about these great options. Many of our students go to Franklin, get their bachelor's, then they go for their master's because everything is so quick and convenient. I want you to tell me what you think about this process. And you already have the classes that you have taken. I sent you an email, and it's a great opportunity for you to get your bachelor's degree and make a lot of money. A lot of our graduates work for banks here, for Berk and Herbert here, and, for a lot of banks. Therefore, this is a great opportunity for you. Even if you cannot come to Eastern and you have to go to Franklin or the Potomac State right away, you can do that as well. We will help you whatever we can do, but it might be easier and less expensive for you to come and take these classes. You need these classes assuming you want to go to Franklin. Potomac State has its own agreement. I will look to see what kind of courses they have and how they match, but I have a feeling that it will cost you more and it will take you longer time to finish at Potomac State compared to going to Franklin. Now that you know these two programs, I will email them to